All right, so here we are once again with the Meager Millionaire. Thanks for joining me, putting up with me, being here with me, loving me, hating me, whatever it is. So we got an article out of the Jerusalem Post. It states that silver is in a hidden global bull market. Well, if you're a stacker, it's obvious to you. The thing is with bull markets or anything in the market, largely that nobody knows until everybody knows. All right, so I believe that this is kind of one of those situations where the public at large is completely asleep at the wheel. They have no idea. They couldn't care. Pet rocks are just barbaric relics, useless garbage, no good for nothing. Will this save dollars because we have poor mentality types? So it goes on to state that silver has been lagging behind gold significantly, creating uncertainty for investors looking for opportunities in precious metals. So anyhow, precious metals are obviously in a bull market, at least to me. Gold's the leader. Silver has been moving as of late. Silver, in theory, should outperform gold as it has historically. The gold to silver ratio is still at 80-1. So in my assessment, silver is still free. This is not financial advice. Don't listen to me. I'm a moron. But I believe that there's a couple other metals that are also going to make some big moves here. Platinum, I believe, is a big, has a lot of potential. Palladium's got a lot of potential. Rhodium's got a lot of potential. Osmium's got a lot of potential. So I'm just not a silver bull. I just like anything that's scarce, rare, and tangible. So down here it states that, watch out, start by asking the right questions. What's interesting about the conversation is if and when silver will stage a bull market is that it's not the right question to ask. The data will revise below, make it clear. Silver is already in a global bull market. Let me say that again. Silver is already in a global bull market, all right? Since many months, and I think that it's more than months. I think that it's years, all right? Probably at least 5 years it's been in a bull market. Questions like if and when the silver bull market starts are not the right questions to ask. They initiate a conversation that is irrelevant, confusing, and misleading, all right? It all starts by the foundational question. What data are we looking at, all right? So everybody's talking about American dollars. They're like, oh, it's not at all-time highs in American dollars. It's only 35. All-time high is $50 USD, right? It's hit that a couple times. Hit it in 2008, 9, something to that extent. Hit it back in the 70s. And now we're only sitting at $34 and change today. So everybody thinks that silver's not at all-time highs, but let me break the news to you. It's at all-time highs in every other currency in the world except US dollars. But we're not there yet. Let's keep having a look at this article. We'll bring that to your attention here soon enough. When looking at silver priced in USD, it is understandable that a question like when the silver bull run starts comes up, all right? So up here in Canada, the silver price, guess what? Is at all-time highs. Guess what? It's all-time highs in every other currency in the world. However, when looking at silver in several other global currencies, we see a completely different picture. Breakouts at the new ATH are all over the place, all right? I'm not quite sure what ATH stands for. All-time highs, I guess? Let's go with that, all-time highs. It reminds us of an optical illusion, mystery that we were taught at school. On the next picture, you can see a witch, but simultaneously a nice young lady. All you have to do is change your focus, all right? So don't look at it in US dollars. Look at it at the currency of whatever nation you're in, all right? I bet you that it's going ballistic. This is similar to the market story today. The silver story is a matter of focus. When applied to silver, the question is in which currency are you assessing the silver market? It's not only priced in US dollar, right? It's priced in Canadian dollar, pesos, rubles, yuan. You look it up. Go to silverprice.org or go to goldprice.org and then have a look at the laundry list of currencies, everyone in the world there, and see how these metals are doing relative to your currency. They're going to the moon. So silver is in a hidden global bull market. We already touched base on that. So interestingly, silver has been setting new all-time highs in several global currencies. highlighting investors' interest around the globe. All right, so people are starting to catch on that the currencies, the fiat money, the stuff that's printed out of nothing, pulled out of the government's rear ends, and you're expected to save in this and transact in this and live your lives in this, it's going up in smoke. So I mean, if you kind of like being a little subservient class, you stay in dollars. But if you want to be a bit of a, I would say, critical thinker, somebody who wants to preserve their wealth, a little bit different, you get out of dollars and you let the lemmings hang on to those, and you get into real tangible assets that can't be inflated away. Whether this is related to the alleged silver suppression currently diverges or anything else, it's completely out of scope of our work. It may even be completely irrelevant to investors. What truly matters is that silver has printing a series of fresh all-time highs in currencies like the Indian rupee, Australian dollar. Moreover, in other global currencies, the Canadian and the euro, silver inches away from hitting all-time highs. So this is a little bit old article. Let me tell you, silver is at all-time highs in Canadian dollars currently. Currently, silver is trading in Canadian dollars, $46.60, all right? So, silver is at all-time highs in Canadian dollars. It is currently at all-time highs in Australian dollars. It's at all-time highs in just about every currency in the whole world. The only currency that it's not all-time highs at currently is the American dollar. Now, whenever silver makes the move in the American dollar and it hits all-time highs, watch and see what happens to all these other currencies around the world. I'm not going to say that the price is going to double in Canadian dollars and go to $94 or $95 an ounce whenever silver makes the move from $35 American to $50 American and beyond. But I don't think that it's out of the realm of possibility. Up here in Canada, our dollar is going to the toilet. In the UK, the dollar is going to the toilet. Everywhere in the world, it's print, inflate, or die, all right? So you need to understand that just because they say that silver is not at all-time highs, they're misleading you, all right? Remember how it said that you're out of focus? Go to silverprice.org, go to goldprice.org, have a look at whatever currency that you're transacting in daily, and see how silver is doing relative to your currency. See how gold is doing relative to your currency. Gold is the money of kings. Silver is the money of gentlemen. Barter is the money of the commoner. And guess what, people? Debt is the money of slaves. And every nation is in so much debt, it's absolutely insane. So their goal is to tax you into oblivion, treat you like the subservient serfs as they view us. And so the only course of action that we currently have is to repudiate or refuse the dollars through which they were weaponized against us and hold the real money. When we hold the real money, we hold the power. If we take the money from the powers themselves, they have no power. So this is not financial advice, but I'm going to be adding to my stack. I think that maybe if you're a new stacker, you go do some research, all right? If I was to do this all over again, I would go all over the constitutional silver, the pre-1964 American stuff, the pre-1968 Canadian stuff, the UK, I'm not quite sure whenever they took all the silver out of their money. Once I had a pile of the constitutional or junk silver as it's known, which is not junk at all, it's actually the most divisible. I don't think it's probably the best silver you can get your hands on. You go to your Coin of the Realms, stay away from bars. Personally, I don't think that's all that wise to get into bars. I think that you'd stay into like Maples, Eagles, Britannias, Kangaroos, Philharmonics, those types of things. I think that those was what you want to get after. If you're in America, I'd stick to Eagles and pre-64 silver. If you're in Canada, stick to pre-68 rather, silver, junk silver, Canadian Maples, those types of things, all right? So please let me know what you think below. Have a look at your currencies, how silver is doing in it, and leave me a comment below, please. I want to hear what you have to say. Thanks for showing up.